What can I say? You can't go wrong with a sentry gun to just annihilate people and let it do all your dirty work for you. So, hey, what's going on, guys? So, this is obviously, another gameplay with the PDW. As you guys can see, this is actually older gameplay because my current PDW, I have all the diamond for the SMGs, you guys know now. But, this was older gameplay, and it was a pretty good little game. This is actually better than I usually do, and surprisingly, this is when I was trying to get some challenges for the PDW. I was trying to get the headshot challenges in this game, and this is going to look somewhat similar to the game on this map. I think 2 videos ago, it was where I basically kickstarted the series, where I was talking about how to just have a little bit more fun in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and just do a little bit better. And like I said, I'm not like anywhere near the best player in the world or anything, and hey, there's a good example of me not being smart. I wanted to get the sentry out there, but instead I basically risked dying for it, and I paid for it, so I died. So yeah, players make mistakes all the time in Call of Duty, and I'm not like trying to be stressing over like oh man, I have to do everything perfect and execute everything perfectly. It's not about that. I mean, it's just about having fun, playing the game, doing your own thing. And as you see right here, the reason why that guy killed me is because he had a not the Type 25, which is a higher rate of fire in the PDW, so most likely he should have won the battle up close. I understand that I have an SMG, but that doesn't necessarily mean just because you have an SMG you should always win close quarter battles. I mean, when you have an SMG, you gotta also take into consideration how fast its rate of fire is, its time to kill, how much damage it does at range. And as you see there, I went back to go try and kill those 2 guys that were chasing me, and I didn't expect to see that guy there waiting at the end of the bridge. So I'm just pointing out some of the mistakes I make, and it is basically this is going to be episode 2 of like I said, how to just like I said, get better and have more fun in Call of Duty. And this topic is going to be more along the lines of like basically understanding why you died. Now I know why you were thinking, how is understanding why I died really going to help me out in Call of Duty? Well, if you take it into consideration, a lot of people, when they want to get better at something, a pretty good example is like if you want to study for a test, you have to know what you're not, what your your weaknesses are. Like in test, for example, I just took a test today in Spanish, and I knew, I knew most of the general words that were going to be on the test, but there's a few of them that I kind of struggled to memorize. So I only studied the words that I was having a little bit of trouble with, because I wanted to make sure that I could get that sorted out of the way. And I don't know what happened just there. I think it was either a lag in the video or a lag in the game. I don't know, but that's here nor there. Anyway, basically what I'm saying is I knew what my weak points were for the test. I believe I actually ended up making a 100 on the test. It was a pretty short little test. It was only 15 questions, and like I said, it's basically like you just kind of analyze what you're not the best at, and then you kind of work toward that to become a better player. And if you think about it, it really does make a lot of sense. I mean, for me, my weaknesses is I get too carried away when I want to get like a lot of kills, and I mean, as humans, we make mistakes all the time. That's the thing with us. We're not like computers where we're pretty much programmed to never make a mistake, which even computers do make mistakes here and there. But you guys pretty much know what I'm talking about. Humans always make mistakes. We're always messing up. We let our ego, we let us basically let it take us over, and we think, oh yeah, we're unstoppable, we're going on a tear, we're doing a streak, and we're just doing really good. And then all of a sudden you mess up and you make a mistake, and then you're like, no, there goes the nuclear medal. I don't get a nuclear medal this game either. I'm not saying, like I said, I didn't get anywhere near a nuclear in this game. It seemed like I did, but I really didn't. I was getting a lot of kills, but that was pretty much because of my sentry gun and my lightning strike. So yeah, about that. But anyway, like I said, guys, if you just want to get a lot of kills, try running lower kill streaks, running kill streaks that you can manage to actually get. And I know this necessarily isn't unheard tips. A lot of you've probably heard these before. You've probably heard all the time, how can I honestly get better at Call of Duty? And I think pretty much every commentator, well, not every commentator, but I'm pretty sure most of the things that I'm saying you've probably heard. But I mean, honestly, just coming from a personal first-hand source, I guess you can say, I mean, you have to stay calm, and you have to basically do what they say. I mean, like the tips, like, the tips they give you, just try them out. You got to keep working toward it. It's not going to work on the first try all the time. It just never does. It may work the first time, who knows? But what I'm saying is don't be discouraged if it doesn't always work out the first time you try to do their strategy. And the reason I died right there, I came back out to shoot the sniper, and I got popped in the face. That's what snipers are supposed to do. They're supposed to sit back and support their team by basically picking out all the people that are randomly hiding behind barrels or whatever. Snipers in this game are actually, they have a pretty big role. And I'm not just talking about, the quick scoping, and I'm not going to get into that. I'm not being negative about it or anything, and I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the snipers actually play a pretty big role in this game. You guys know that there is plenty of head glitch spots, and everybody knows what a head glitch is, but if you guys ever have any questions about it, I'm sure someone will tell you in the comments. They'll be like, okay, a head glitch is basically where you sit behind cover where the enemy can only pretty much see your upper body or your face, or a very small portion of you. You're a small target compared to them, whereas you can see either their whole body or most of them, and you have an easier target to shoot at, whereas they don't have the easier target to shoot at, and they are put at a pretty big disadvantage. So like I said, snipers in this game, the reason they're so powerful is because you want to get those head glitchers out of their head glitches. You want to make sure that you can keep your team streaks going. It's a support role. Obviously, a lot of snipers don't play that way in this game. This game is a very arcadey-like shooter, and I know some people may not agree with me there, but if you take into consideration all the other shooters out there, this is more of an arcade-like, really fast-paced. I mean, like, it can be fast-paced. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. I mean, it's like it's a pick up and play game, basically. You can pick it up and play it. A lot of people, they just pick it up and do whatever. It's not really like specifically designed roles. For example, in Battlefield, you guys, pretty much everybody knows that. You get all your different classes, and you each have a certain role that you get to play as, basically. As a sniper, you get to use the little binoculars to call in targets and all that. They each have, I'm not going to get into it, but they each have their specifically designed roles. And, with that being said, they each class actually plays a certain role into it. It's similar in this game, believe it or not. I mean, you can choose to play like that. You can choose to play really strategically, and you can be in a very effective team. That's why you see a lot of these teams. You see like full team lobbies, which I don't ever roll in a full team. Sorry about that, guys. The video kind of froze again. It just happens. Whatever. I'm working on getting that fixed. When I have some more time, I'll look into it and get it all sorted out. But anyway. Yeah, I usually don't roll the full team, and my gameplays, a lot of them are, cut from theater, so you can't really tell if I'm in a party or not, but I usually only have a party size of maybe 2 people at the most, like me and 2 of their friends, or maybe me and just another friend. We usually roll together. The reason I don't like having a big party size is because it does kind of seem more boring, because you're always kind of like fighting for kills, because I roll with a pretty strong team most of the time. I mean, they're pretty good players. They really are. I can't say they're bad. They know what they're doing. We communicate well. We just do our own thing, and we just pretty much all rush around the map and just start shooting people in the face and then calling in the VSATs and stuff. It's a good time, but as you see, I think one of my friends actually, it might have been my younger cousin that just called that VSAT in a while ago, but yeah, I saw this sniper here, so I was teabagging because I thought that was funny, but yeah, guys, this gameplay is pretty much wrapping up, but just take some of the things I, said into consideration about, like, just, know your role. I mean, know what you're actually good at, and focus on the things that you're not good at. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.